Tony's back, but he's been here like the last 3 episodes, so I can't really say he's been back.
Has been 3 years? I thought it was just the last one.
No, you came in for another one that you just happened to be here, and I think this is the 3rd in a row. I'm not sure though.
Huh.
Welcome
I'm
to
back,
Mystery
yeah.
Crate.
Hey,
Welcome
what's
to
up?
Mystery Crate.
Hey, how you
Welcome
doing?
to Mystery Crate.
Welcome to Mystery Crate. Hey, yeah. Okay.
Did you guys miss me?
Nope.
You were here last week. Well, I wasn't.
yeah.
You were. I wasn't.
Yeah, right. By the way, You Betcha cashed
I heard. Well, you
during the
told me.
MMA
Yeah, it
hangout.
was nice.
Yeah.
Tashera, Zhang Li,
Our girl.
DDP, plus 423
gonna
if
do
you
You Betcha.
were
Get out of the way.
if you were paying attention.
I wasn't.
Well, you would have made money.
I wish.
Thanks, Troy.
All you had to do was listen and pay attention.
I wasn't here.
MMA Hangout, presented by the haters. Until next month.
You Betcha is brought to you by DraftKings.
Yeah.
DraftKings, the crown is yours.
An early mention for You Betcha.
we got to get rolling here. We're making money.
I did that
business.
last week too, and they were giving me stuff about it. They were like, "Why are you doing this so early? Like, just get out the way so we can have fun."
I didn't know everybody was so passionate
You Betcha.
about
There
the
you go.
timing of You Betcha.
I mean,
I tried my best last week.
usually
Actually,
it's like a second quarter, second half kind of thing.
Yeah, but Lewis makes a good
Two-minute
point. You know, like it's a sales thing, and we love DraftKings. Our friends
Yeah,
at DraftKings, we
right,
love all of
right.
them. And but maybe you want to get some a little earlier.
Okay.
You know,
and actually talk about them in depth like we
Correct.
did last week.
Well, this one you probably won't want to talk about because this one is about the 4 Nations NHL face-off
betcha.
happening in Montreal. You betcha. So this Saturday, big game, big rivalry, you could say, in world hockey, and it's USA versus Canada.
Correct, yes.
So we're going to take the over at 5.5 goals, USA Canada. Team USA money line at -102 and Finland money line at +145. That gets you a big whopping +745 at the time of recording.
Oh, I
Big
will
fatty.
take that bet.
There
That's
you go.
good.
See, Roy's taking it. There you go. And that
a good one.
is You Betcha! Hockey edition.
You betcha.
Now, this is the one that I'm not going to take, and then it's going to hit at +745.
Yeah,
and I'll
right.
be like, damn it. Why didn't I take it?
You don't even know where to watch the games.
Ah,
TNT and ESPN.
Here's the
Thank you.
beautiful
And
thing.
ABC.
Here's the beautiful thing. I can throw a couple of shekels on it, not watch it, see if it hit, and if it did, I'm good.
That's one of the funnest things, though, about betting a sport that you're only kind of it on, because you throw it on there, you feel good, and then you come back to that surprise cash. But since you really didn't watch it, if you don't cash, like,
I forgot about the money.
Yeah, it's okay.
Exactly
Yeah.
right.
You know. So we brought Kirsten in here.
Hey, Kirsten.
Today, Kirsten's back
Hello, Kirsten.
as the fire alarm goes off.
Setting off the alarms already. Kirsten.
Always. Stay on
Oh, it's
fire.
a false alarm.
Do you power through it, Mike, when this happens? Or
Yeah, I
do you
don't
like give
think
yourself
so.
a pause?
I don't think it's ever happened on Mr.
No, it has, but it's rare. It's rare, but it doesn't really bother me. Like the guy gives the whole entire lecture in English and
he's doing it in
Spanish, like telling
Spanish,
us we're going to
too.
be okay.
Well, yeah, he just said it's a false alarm, and he doesn't know why it went off.
Yeah. Well,
Verbatim.
you know, the real lesson
And it's-
learned here is you don't build your TV studio in a hotel.
Yeah.
So we love the Elser. It's a great place. But usually TV studios, for those who don't know, they're built inside warehouses in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And this is not a warehouse in the
Medley.
middle of nowhere. Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
very active hotel.
Very active.
Slash residence.
When there's a lot of residents and a lot of guests, they tend to care about fire alarms and stuff for safety. So
Yeah,
I
and there's
understand.
that
it happening.
Viacom studio off of 95.
Yeah, right over there. But that's a warehouse. There's not not people living there.
No.
So we brought Kirsten in here because the office and the internet really has a storm is happening with this guy named Montoya.
Ow.
And this
Indigo?
Yeah, no, not Inigo, but another Montoya, and this
Man, we are on the same page, you and I, dude. You and I.
and the Spanish edition of Temptation Island. So I brought Kirsten in here so she could fill us in on what's happening, and we're gonna play the video with no sound.
No, I know exactly what this is.
Okay, well you guys can discuss this. Okay, Kirsten, fill us in.
Yeah, so 2 major things happened this past weekend. Obviously, the Super Bowl, and then the second is Montoya's big crash out. And who is Montoya? He is a 30-year-old flamenco singer from Seville, Spain.
Bro, his girl.
My hero.
His girl. Your hero.
This is funny as hell. This is some of the funniest.
This is not funny to me.
Well, no, not
think he
funny.
thought it
Not
was
funny
funny.
in terms of the plot.
This is not funny.
Not
to
funny
me.
in terms of the
Listen.
funny.
Okay,
I don't want it to happen to me. Is what I'm
This,
saying.
in my
Let's make that
humblest
clear.
of opinions, is
Bro, look at my
cinematic
boy, dude.
masterpiece.
Look at my boy. He's saying, "Hey, what's going on here? What's this guy doing it up?" Bro, what is this?
Dude, and he licked her lips.
Yes. So if you don't know what Temptation Island is basically a bunch of couples go to this island, and then the whole purpose of the show is to have them.
All right, hold on.
be
Video team,
tempted.
pause it. Video team, pause it. Hold on. Video team, pause it right
It's
now.
not me, it's Maui.
No, I know. Mally, pause it really quick.
That's not me.
Because we
I'm here.
need to explain, because there's people that are listening
Yeah.
with their ears and not with their eyes. And what we're showing, we're reacting to without talking about
Doesn't
it. Okay.
everybody listen with their ears and not their eyes?
That's the whole point.
Not my Brian.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so what we're watching right now on
fact-checking.
video, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on DraftKings Network, We're watching a
Trump would
guy
say no on that.
who's watching. He's outside and he's watching a TV that has his girl and another dude who's wearing a Speedo in a room. And then night vision goes on, which I'm going to let you fill that in because you got kids in the car. If you got old people in the car and you want to be decent, I'm not going to go out and say the things that are going to happen. But
my God,
Let
you
go.
have to watch it.
He was laying down some plumbing.
Okay, all right. Well, all right. So the whole story
Some
is
PVC.
he's
Some PVC.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
His girlfriend, wife, whatever the relationship is.
Girlfriend, Anita?
Can I get context about their relationship?
Okay,
Yeah,
so tell
so-
us the Temptation Island, like what it is and what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. So it is Temptation Island is just a show that separates couples by bringing in singles to test their relationships. Everyone
Hold on,
fails.
I have a caveat to add. Why are we doing this?
I don't know, dude.
What's the point?
I
of
don't
this?
like it, dude.
Money.
People who are looking for a reason to break up with their partner, so they bring them to an island to cheat on them.
And money.
Yeah, and money.
But how much money are they making on Temptation Island?
I mean, we're talking about it.
I don't know. Listen,
I mean, we're not
I'm
paying
just saying
them, but-
Montoya's career probably has blasted off after this past weekend.
Next talk.
Yeah, but do you think in a good way? Because like we're like, oh, my boy just watching his girl get railed.
In a good way.
Whoa.
The amount of empathy that has been given to Montoya is actually astronomical. Like,
No, this is crazy.
I mean, listen.
Look at this guy pulling up in a Speedo,
We
dude.
are watching Montoya
They're
get
Europeans, bro.
shredded.
That's our
Yeah.
thing,
The thing
cra-
is, this gives me anxiety.
The
Watching.
crazy
turn
part
off the
about
light
this
too.
is that not only
Yeah, I'm in
is
trouble
he
with
having to watch footage of his girlfriend cheating, but the difference between this and any other reality show that I've seen is this is live. So this is a camera on something that's happening as he's actively watching it, not like a tape of something that happened 2 years ago that they're exposing later in the show.
Right.
He's watching this live as it's happening. So for the
In
people who
night
haven't
vision.
seen the video, like he's watching night vision, he's seeing some crazy
just
stuff
fell to
go.
his knees.
He falls to his knees, he's screaming at the camera, and as things go, for lack of a better term, deeper into the video, he ends up sprinting down the beach. He sprints down the beach as the cameras follow him because he is losing his mind
There he
There
goes.
he
so much.
goes.
Here he goes.
There
Here
he
he goes
goes.
down
This
the beach
is
now.
cinema- and mind you- Yep.
Is the woman the host?
Yep, the host is saying, Montoya, por favor, Montoya. Montoya's like, I
No, but
can't, no puedo vivir.
you see some
explicit, wild
you
stuff.
see some explicit.
This-
And now he is sprinting down the beach.
This is
sprinting down the
cinematic
beach.
masterpiece
when
to
I
me.
when I first saw this, I thought he was running to where they were. I was
He
like,
is.
oh hell
Yes,
yeah,
he
dude.
is.
He is
He's
doing that.
running
He is
to
doing
where
that.
they are. This was a live camera, so you could see
gets
ultimately in
there.
the video.
Oh, he gets there.
He gets to where they are, and you can see.
Yo!
Even blurred out. I don't know that we can
That
show
was
all this. This
powerful.
is crazy. So yeah, there's a lot going on, and ultimately he is sprinting to where that room is, and you can see the two
Yes.
people in the middle of said act stop and look around because they can hear him.
Okay, but
screaming
And
from
she's
the
like,
outside
¿Qué
of the
pasa?
room.
¿Qué está pasando?
Wait, but did they
Anita,
finish?
¿qué está pasando?
Did they finish?
What do you mean?
they finish?
Okay, so
Did they
okay.
accomplish what they were?
What's the rest of the like? I know we can't have it,
No,
but like
the rest of the clip is she gets up, they notice he's outside. She walks out, they're confronting each other, he's yelling, everybody's yelling. Homeboy that was in bed with her, like he's like
Speedo
stays in the
man.
shadows. He's just like, hey, I don't need to be involved in this. It's between you guys.
yeah,
Like,
because he did his job.
yeah, so he's just there, they're yelling, and then she claps back at him and hits him with a like he goes, well, how could you do this? And then she goes, you know what you did.
You know
What did he do?
There's more to the story. So
Do
that's
you
what I'm
want to
saying.
know
This is-
what he did,
yes,
though?
Kirsten has the context, yes.
He had a lap dance. Performed-
Not the same.
Not the same.
That is absolutely not the
She
same.
said, "You know what you did," and so everyone's like, "Oh, he for sure cheated."
Yeah.
Just a lap dance, which does not equate the same. To,
Particularly in a reality.
it is-
Video that we just
in a
saw.
reality show in particular.
It is cheating.
It's cheating in real life. In a reality show called Temptation Island, we're talking about sliding scales, and on the sliding scale
sliding,
from
Hey.
from lap dance to what it is that you see in that video, 1 on the scale to a 10 on the scale.
Well,
The thing about the video with the clip with the audio is that you hear the mac and cheese in the video. If you know what I'm saying, like you hear.
mac and
I didn't hear it.
Good
I heard music.
Lord.
But the thing is like she
Tony's
accuses
face.
him. She accuses him. He's basically done with
Oh,
it. He
he's
starts
on
walking
mute.
away, and then she
Like that.
immediately breaks down in tears, and then goes after him again. So like
You're cooked.
Yeah, on Twitter I saw this on like a multiple multiple clips, but I still didn't really get the full story. But that video, the original one, was insane, and it was just, and then it got me thinking.
But then she did it again.
No, that's irrelevant because I feel like
It's over at that point.
these are paid actors. No, they're paid actors.
Oh,
Paid
wow.
actors.
Yeah.
There you go.
No,
They're paid
they're
actors.
not paid actors.
Dude.
Money.
Are they situations that have been predetermined? Yes, but I believe that reaction was
Yeah.
kind
But
of
do
real.
you think they
Situations
did-
are predetermined.
Did they
Like
have an
wrestling-
actual
wrestling.
relationship, Montoya and the girl? Like I'm guessing they
I'm guessing they came there together.
They showed up there as boyfriend and
So
girlfriend.
time out. Let me get this straight, because I know that there's 2 clips of her getting completely railed, and my question to you is that the first of the 2 clips?
That's the original clip that started like the whole thing.
But then she cries and then whatever, and then
But then I've seen videos of him on the beach with his back like in
Yeah.
the sand, like the
No, and then
surf
because she
hitting him.
gets railed by that guy again.
No, and then there's another video of them, and they're at like one of those circles, like where they're
Right.
like where they're doing everything again, and
Not everything.
they're like they're like talking it through it out, and then they're showing other videos of him, and so the reason all reality has scripted elements. At the end of every reality show, there's credits and it says writers. There's writers that perpetuate this.
Yeah.
You know more than anybody, being a video editor, you could tell a story just by video editing. So at least here in America, that is such a dangerous situation to show a guy like that a video because you don't know what he could do.
You have no idea.
Yeah, like there are very famous documented cases of stuff like this happening on reality and then someone getting killed in the end.
Cheaters.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Cheaters. The guy got stabbed. The host got stabbed, remember? Like the guy, yeah.
Imagine Montoya's running. He's trying to find wherever their bungalow is. Grabs like a pipe or something that's
Yeah.
on the
Yeah,
floor,
dude.
and beats the hell out of both of them. And all of a sudden they're dead.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's such a volatile situation, and I know this is like not American TV rules, and this is like a European version of Temptation Island, Spanish version, but that's what leads me to believe that this is all fugazi.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what wasn't fugazi, that video.
I mean, the video
What?
was fugazi.
What do you mean?
It was simulated.
That was electric.
I'm saying,
Yeah, there's a lot of
no,
undercover work. You know,
The
yeah.
night vision video, I think, is real.
I don't know.
I mean, dude,
What do you mean you don't
I'm
know?
telling you, if you listen to the audio,
Remember, there's old people in the car, and there's kids.
see, if you listen
Phrasing.
to the original video, you hear the carbonara.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, dude. There's linguine
There's-
being mixed.
I know
Oh,
there's
come
some
on,
old people
man.
there
Man.
that we have to be decent in front of, and kids. I love you, kids. I've
Not even.
have a new appreciation for little ears after becoming a father.
Oh, here we go.
You know, I have to
Finally.
almost. There's been a couple times where I've called Lewis,
Yeah, you can't fake
and I've been on speaker with him, and I've thrown a couple words that I'm not proud of. Okay,
The
sorry.
and
to
look,
Lily,
that's
if she's listening.
that's usually my fault because I usually go, hey, you're on speaker with the kids, and then he like
That's usually my cue of like, all right, now I know I can't say the 3 things that I really want to say to him.
yeah, you stupid B word, and I'm like, hey, Leona's right. Hey, Leona, say hi to Tony. She
Like,
goes, why
"Hey,
did Tony
mommy,
say that?
How are you?
He goes, I'm sorry, Leona, I didn't mean to say that. Yes, you did.
So yeah, so for the little kids in the car, we love you guys.
Anyway, the biggest takeaway was that Montoya had the biggest crash out I've ever seen in my life. And I am forever going to reference him pulling up his shorts, screaming at the top of his lungs, and then sprinting down the beach for the rest of my life.
Wow.
If you ever have to think about how I'm going to react to something major, that's
it?
That's how I'm going to do it.
It became a meme very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. which
Like,
is great.
that's for sure how Drake reacted during Kendrick's performance.
Yeah.
Like, that is for sure what Drake was doing.
Dude, I picture. I mean,
Can we talk
pictures in
about?
Canada.
Can we talk about just real quick? Can we just touch on when Drake comes out with the bullet holes with the smoke, and he comes out and he's like all hard and he's walking. In the clips that are going viral, there's like a moment where like he kind of breaks character and he has like his cheesy, like his smile, invalidated the entire thing, because he looked. Like it was like, bro, you can't come out here like, yeah, I'm dead man, whatever the case was that he was trying to like perpetuate, and then you give someone a cheesy smile like, yeah, I'm doing this. And it's like, dude, don't do that. Take your L. Actually, let me not even get into beef with Drake, but
but he took. Yeah, he took the L. I feel like.
nah.
I mean,
Massive,
that clip, though, was before the actual halftime performance.
correct. That is
Yes.
correct.
So
Missing
we
context
have
of
yet.
Montoya.
I don't know.
to
It's
hear-
just not hard to smile the way he. If you know the video I'm talking about, so one that's going viral, like he smiles in that video. I'm like, dude, that you just like kind of like explain the bit.
I picture Drake sitting watching the Super Bowl in Australia, obviously because they're so far ahead that it's midday probably, or like in the afternoon or the morning or whatever time it is, and he's there with his boys or whatever, and they're like, all right, here's the halftime show. Kendrick Lamar, he's like, It's like, just turn this shit off. Turn off. Like, what? And then he's like, no, just keep it on. Hold on. Let me see what he does.
And then Kendrick told him to turn it off.
And then he's like, yeah, well, at the end, yeah. But then he's like, you guys think this is trash. He's like just a guy hating the entire Super Bowl format. Instead of like white guys with selfies and Oakleys, it was Drake like, he can't even understand what he's saying. This is garbage.
Just an entire like room of yes men going like, "You're right, boss. Yeah,
This
this
fucking
sucks.
This is trash.
This is terrible.
This is not even that good.
Oh,
The
wow.
first song, what even was it? I don't even know.
He can't even sing "Not Like Us." Wow, like you know. I just imagine that like
Yeah,
He's
you
his
think that's what Drake was
ex-girlfriend
doing?
yeah. Well, not him. I'm saying the yes men. The yes men are sitting around being like, "This guy."
This is trash, garbage.
Yeah.
It's probably the worst Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah, turn it off, bro. The game sucks anyway.
It's the Venn diagram of Drake's crew, but also shut up and dribble people. Venn diagram
That
Kendrick
meme of,
Lamar. Kendrick Lamar halftime
The two,
show
the
sucks.
two, like the two hands that are like handshaking.
No, you know that Facebook picture that's like the
Call
group,
artist
and it's
and
all
all
guys wearing like MAGA
Wearing
hats, but
Oakleys.
the other half is Drake's boys.
Yeah, that's right. That's where, and their connection point
exactly.
is halftime show.
We hate
is
this
garbage.
halftime show. Yeah,
I like the idea that it's just Drake sitting watching silently. Like he's not even shitting on it. It's just his boys all sitting around him.
This is
Like, come
garbage.
on,
This
you know
is
this
trash.
is bad,
This
man.
shit
Like,
is
don't
awful.
worry
You
about
can't
it.
even
Don't
look- you
worry.
can't
And
even hear
he's
him.
just sitting there with a straight face the entire time watching it, just really pissed off.
Strangely akin to the other videos of Montoya, where he's watching his girl get railed, and in that video, there's another video, and there's like 6 guys behind him, and they're all like watching with him, and they're like, "Nah, this is crazy," and they're like looking, and they're like, "Oh, this sucks, dude. This must be." Oh my god! And I'm just like, bro, I don't want to watch my girl get railed by another guy.
But you
with my
watching me,
boys,
right,
with my
exactly.
boys.
Don't watch this happening to me, please.
Yeah, and they're just like, "Damn, that sucks." But you see, one of the guys is like,
Oh,
Trying to get a good
squint.
look.
If you got to do the squint, I don't like that. All right, a couple of things we got to get through. Super Bowl halftime show we talked about in just passing. I want to hear the Super Bowl stories from the people who were there. I want to hear all of the stories about food, about culture, about
"Yeah, none of us were there."
I don't want to hear that story.
yeah.
Oh,
Kirsten's salty because she didn't end up going.
Whatever.
Kirsten
So am I.
Salty. She not only did not go, but then her brother burnt the picanha.
What?
I know, dude.
How
It's
you gonna
sad.
do Kiefer like that?
I know
that's
sucked.
crazy.
It was good, but I know that made it worse for you because we were all like, "No, Kiefer, it's all good," and we're like, "Yeah, that's medium well."
Well, to be fair,
Oof,
we all came
that's
back
all
on
good.
Una
yeah,
chancleta.
but we all came back on Friday, so she would have got the burnt steak anyway.
Nah.
Yeah,
I have flannies for the Super Bowl.
really.
Yeah.
We met a lot of new characters in New Orleans.
Okay.
We met a lot of guys. We met Jacket Guy. I was Jacket Guy, who decided to wear a jacket every other day. But you know what I learned about New Orleans? It might be 60 degrees out, but it's not the same 60 degrees here.
Okay.
Because here, 60 degrees, you throw on the jacket, you're comfortable, you're walking around, you're enjoying your coffee.
That's that Bayou 60 degrees.
Correct.
What's
Correct.
the Bayou 60?
Dude,
Swampy.
60 degrees, 94% humidity. So you walk out, you feel okay. And the convention center was only a mile away from our hotel. So most mornings, I'm like, I'm going to walk it. Like, I'm going to
Wow,
get my
look at
steps
you.
in now, right? Bro, halfway to the convention center, my back just slip and slide of sweat. Like, it was disgusting. It was not a cold, cold.
A chili.
Yeah, it was not a chilly 60. So I was the jacket guy who was like, I packed a different jacket for every day. I'm going to stun on them. I'm going to get these fits in. Dude, by the second night, all them jackets were back in the suitcase.
How many days were you there?
5. I got there Monday night, Monday to Friday.
Jeez.
So we met Jacket Guy. We met Plain Cheeseburger Guy, who's Thomas, where he goes to one of the best culinary cities in the country, and he decides he's going to have a plain hamburger and cheese for dinner one night.
Hamburger and cheese?
Yeah, another night he
So a
got-
cheeseburger.
No, it might have been a cheeseburger.
Time out. What restaurant?
Felix's on Bourbon Street.
I've been to Felix's.
Yeah.
I used to go to New Orleans. I went to New Orleans for 5 years straight in like between like 2011 2016.
So hold on, was it like a New Orleans style food spot,
Yeah.
or was it just like an American
Felix is across the
fare?
street from a place called Acme's, and those are like
Acme's
the
Oyster
two.
House,
Those
yeah.
are the two like mainstream
I've been there,
restaurants
buddy.
on Bourbon. Well, you're asking questions like you haven't, so I'm answering questions like you haven't.
That's true. He did ask.
He did
ask
like he has.
There's
Yeah, he's
people,
right.
because
You're
there's
not gonna
people,
stun on me
because
right
there's
now.
people
Yeah.
that
There's people.
Thank you,
haven't
Dan.
been to New Orleans, don't know what it is. So when
So-
you say Acme,
Theater of the mind.
I want to add Acme Oyster House,
Which is across the street from Felix's, which by the way, I'm
Which is
more of
also
an
an
Acme
Oyster
guy
House.
than a Felix guy. I've
Well,
had their-
the way, so I had some locals tell me that the Felix's on Bourbon isn't exactly the spot, But
No, well, neither of the spots, neither of those two places are the spot.
yeah, the thing was, it was Tuesday, and we had been at Radio Row all day. And since none of us had really, like, I had been to New Orleans one time before, but I couldn't really remember any of the really good spots I had gone to. And the places that I did go to, Juliana had done all the planning, and she's like a 5-star restaurant.
So you
person.
had no idea.
So I had no idea, and also if I did remember, it was booked. Like you had to get.
Did you?
reservation.
I have two questions. Did you guys have a crawfish boil? Any
No,
sort of
I don't like crawfish.
Oh man, I
Really?
love crawfish.
Yeah, I don't. It's too much work for the amount of meat you get. So I didn't
That's
like
not
it.
a bad take.
Yeah, it's
not a
like
bad
a
take.
lot of work for this little lobster, and I don't remember it being
It's a
good.
langoustine.
Yeah, but I wasn't loving it.
I feel you on that.
I'm
And
more of
then
like a red beans and rice guy.
Really?
Okay,
Ah.
yeah.
I destroyed
isn't
it.
that- is-
Did you have any redfish?
I didn't have redfish. I had
Redfish
I had shrimp and grits one night.
Fire. A po' boy?
I had a gumbo.
Did you
Yeah, I
have
had a po'
etouffee?
boy.
Jambalaya.
And
No.
etouffee was the one I was going to ask
Etouffee,
next.
crawfish
I
etouffee is
I
good.
almost had etouffee once, but the only way they served it was like in a collection of little bowls with other stuff. And like I'd already had red beans and rice. I'd already had gumbo, so I'm like, oh, I don't want to get
Gumbo's
this
good. I love
just
gumbo.
for
Yeah,
this.
more
I love
carbs.
I love
Yeah.
like Cajun Louisiana.
Yeah.
food. Oh my god.
Let me
That's
ask you.
why we made fun of Thomas for ordering the plain cheeseburger.
But we know that Thomas has different taste
Yeah.
buds.
Well, that was just
Very nice way
That
of
was
saying
very
that.
kind of you. I was gonna say,
Is Thomas out there? Can we bring him in?
No.
He is.
wow, the
Bring him in,
swiftness of that no was crazy.
Let me.
Cynthia's giving me. She's giving me
No.
a tumble no.
Cynthia's
He's not
here?
out there.
Cynthia's
yeah, she's
here?
there. She
What
was
the-
in the back over there.
Oh.
But yeah, so that's how Thomas became plain cheeseburger guy. Danny GQ became oyster man because in the
told me
beginning,
about this.
yeah.
Oh, he was shucking.
No, he did not. He said he did not like oysters at all because he used to the cold oysters from here, right?
By
So-
the way,
yeah.
love those two.
I
Yeah,
love
me
the
too.
Those two.
Hey, Rockefeller
Okay,
oysters.
So here's the
Oh
thing.
yeah, that's excellent.
We sit down.
I'm not
and
crazy.
like,
I'm not crazy
Yeah, I
about
don't-
that. I'm not crazy
Hold
about
on, let my boy talk.
I'm gonna
wow.
applaud GQ because he said I'm willing to try anything. So
Where's
I said,
GQ?
okay, cool.
Bring GQ out
Okay,
here.
We're gonna try it. So we go to Felix's, charbroiled oysters.
Yeah, the charbroiled.
with Parmesan butter and
Yeah,
Parmesan and
yep.
butter. So we order it. My guy had one in love. Right? Boom.
fire.
He's drilling them.
Was he horny?
Well, yeah, I don't know. His nipples were hard. So
Yes, sounds
two nights go by. We go to this place called Drago's. Right? I sit down. I
If
got
he
there late.
dies, he dies.
sits down. He's already. Yeah, he's
Oh,
already
man, come
eating
on, let's go.
oysters, right? He's already eating oysters. They're all eating oysters. When it comes time to order the entrees, gumbo, whatever, gets back to Danny GQ. He's like, give me another 12 oysters.
Wow.
My guy, dude.
So dirty dozen
Yeah,
kid.
the oyster man.
My
Yeah.
guy, dude.
And then plain
All right.
cheeseburger guy, chicken tender guy.
Who's chicken tender guy? You didn't say that.
That's also Thomas. Yeah,
So he eats like he's 6 years old.
basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's actually quite impressive.
I like it though. I like
But he
it. Be true
sounds
to
he
him.
sounds so like well read and everything, and then it's like just the most plain Jane.
The
Like,
other day, I saw him eating an untoasted
that's right.
piece of white bread slapped on the grilled chicken that Dan eats. Dan eats these like
Nah, my boy's struggling.
mysterious chicken.
With
That
no
can't be
seasoning.
real chicken.
It's
not
No,
a-
he placed
my
that
boy's
chicken
struggling.
Are you
inside
mean
the
the cubed chickens?
the cubed chicken.
They have those at Costco. Those are not mysterious chickens.
They're mysterious.
That's mysterious
No
chicken.
chicken
You know
should
it
be
is.
like that.
No
Anyway.
chicken should be
It's
cooked
great.
and
Mike,
prepackaged.
Mike, defend our place.
Anyway,
man.
this boy has this man. Excuse
This
me.
boy.
this boy.
It's a
this
grown man, dude.
It's a
This
grown-ass
fool
man.
right here.
Grown man has taken bland white toast, not even toasted, and just whoosh, no mayo, no nothing, no butter, no
Oh, he
cheese,
doesn't
no
like
nothing.
sauce though.
He did not put a single thing. That was dry bread with.
I gotta
know
commend
about
him.
Thomas is he doesn't like sauce. The same way Roy, for some reason, does not like sauce.
Yeah, but I feel like Roy would also not eat white bread with just cubed up chicken.
I also got a feeling if we're going to the Creole restaurant, my boy Roy's fucking it up.
Well, yeah,
Amen.
but he also
I mean, it
still doesn't
depends.
like sauce though.
What kind of sauce are we talking about?
Anything.
Which one do you
mayo-based,
like? Tell
he
me.
doesn't
Tell me
like.
what
He
you
doesn't like mayo.
There you go. I don't like mayo. I don't like aioli. I don't like
Aioli's
anything like
God's
that.
gift.
Aioli is yep.
God's gift.
Aioli's
I
just
love
mayonnaise with
aioli.
garlic in it.
No,
No, but there's different
No,
flavors.
But there's
of-
different
Yeah,
types.
but
But
it's
like
mostly-
yes,
the aioli
traditional
we have that we
aioli-
just had
yeah.
for lunch. That aioli's fire.
Oh, but that had like some other stuff in it because it's pink.
Okay, but-
Yeah, no. I get where Roy's coming from though.
Yeah.
Even though when I do my ramen, I put a little Kewpie mayo in it. You know what I mean? A
Come
little
on,
sauce
come
on
on,
it.
come on, with a little leg
Yeah.
in there. Come
Really?
Dude, okay,
Mayo is like key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro. If you want to spice up your normal ramen pack, right? Like the one you get from the store, whatever, you take an egg, you put a little Kewpie mayo,
Mm-hmm.
right? Whatever the seasoning pack is, you throw it in, you give it a good good whisk. You put a little bit of the pasta water, you
Montoya.
give it, mix it up again, then you drop it in
Give
there,
it a
put a
little
little bit of chili oil. Boom. Yeah, a little bit of
Chili
Montoya.
oil. There you
A little
go.
bit of Montoya. You know?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about
You
it.
give
right,
it
so
a
that's
good
fire.
railing,
It
and
is
then you put
fire.
it in.
Hey,
Hey.
Fire.
what other guys did you meet?
Those were the main three. The Oyster Man, the Jacket Man, and the Plain Cheeseburger Man.
Oyster Man.
Oyster Man
Superhero
sounds like
over
a
here.
good song.
Yeah. Oh, there's one more.
Billy is
Oyster
also
Man
Billy
the
is
guy
also
that
chicken
eats
tender guy.
oysters. Okay, so he at that same restaurant,
Billy's also
He got-
Mr.
he got-
Plain Cheeseburger Chicken Tender guy.
At that same restaurant where that chicken tender guy, Billy orders the grilled cheese that came with roasted peppers. It was a 3-cheese grilled cheese with roasted peppers, and he asked for no peppers.
The
So
peppers came
basically-
in.
I'm not
He
mad at the
also-
idea of
grilled cheese and
ordering a grilled
fries.
cheese, though. Grilled cheese is kind of fun.
I mean,
Sure,
but
but
dude,
we're
you go
in
to
New Orleans.
yeah, that's what I'm
Yes, yes, yes,
saying,
yes,
bro.
yes,
What are
yes,
you
I
yes.
can
doing,
get a grilled cheese at
bro?
home.
But grilled cheese is better than chicken tenders.
Yes.
Yes?
Well, with the 3 cheese,
No,
yeah.
nope.
No?
You need some protein.
You need
Yeah.
protein.
And the final guy
cheese
that we
doesn't
met-
have protein?
Yeah, it does,
but you know
not-
that doesn't constitute.
Not like
the
that.
final guy that
That's
we
what I
met,
call me, though.
and you're gonna laugh at this. We're sitting in an Uber heading to the French Quarter to go to Cafe Du Monde.
Ooh.
And you know one thing about our boy Danny B is he can talk. Right? My guy can talk.
Chatterbox.
So he just
Mr.
he
Chatterbox.
would just always come up
I'm just
with
saying.
some kind of solution for whatever thing was happening.
But like
So-
what? Like give me an example. Like
I don't remember. He was saying something about how like, oh, this and this because we can do this. And I go, Danny, bro, some of the stuff you say, you're the zippity bop man. Because whatever it is,
Zippity bop?
zippity beep bop boom, it's done. Like whatever it is. So I call him the zippity bop man.
My favorite Danny B thing is like, okay, if like say he's sitting in like Jason's seat, right, and Jason is the one that sits at that seat. I love you, Danny. By
That's
the way,
his seat.
He
That's
sits in that
Jason's
seat every day because Jason's the director of the DLS show, right? So he has to like So you usually set up your space and your buttons to the main person that sits in that seat. I like when Danny B sits in his seat, and then one of Jason's buttons, Danny doesn't get it, doesn't like it. He goes, "Why is this like this?" And I'm like, "Danny, we're live on air. Please take DDR." I know, but like, why is this like this? And then he's like doing it, and then I'm like, forget the video.
You say DDR, like people know what that is.
That's the video.
Dan stands for
Sorry,
emotion.
sorry, my bad. Thank you for that.
We'll be right back right after this.
We also went to the Dan and Dan event.
Yeah.
how was that?
Which
Because
one?
I saw the socials of it. And I was happy. I was like, oh, this is nice.
It was a little out of the way from where we were, like shockingly far. Like I just remember it being a very long cab ride, but once we got there, the venue was nice. It was like it's a concert hall, so it's just like a stage and then a big wide open area,
Right.
and we kind of had the chair set up like church, really. And they did their thing. The crowd was really, really receptive. I met a bunch of cool guys. I wrote some of their names down because I wanted to thank them for
Nice.
being so nice. Darren from Billings, Montana.
Attaboy.
Darren actually came, and I wanted to talk to him more because I'm never going to meet anybody from Billings, Montana again.
Right.
So I wanted to be like, "Yo, what's happening in Billings, Montana?" He's
You
like,
should have
I-
asked him about the Yellowstone.
well, he's
and how
like,
close it is
he's
to the
like, I
actual
escaped an ice storm to get here. I was like, oh,
wow.
smart. You
Big sky.
I did the same
Hoth.
thing.
Big
yeah.
sky country out there.
Yeah. Then there was Marcus. Marcus was cool. He was from New Orleans. He gave me some suggestions. Brock from Mobile, Alabama, had a mystery crate tattoo on his leg.
Oh, I saw that.
really?
yeah, yeah.
I
That
saw
was that was
Also, the
Brock.
first trainer in Palattown.
Yeah.
Go on.
And all the Pokemon are rock hard.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm proud of you for that one, dude.
So Brock was super cool. He had actually some Lebo art tattooed on his hand, and like he's like a big fan, obviously. And then Alex and Ben, I'm hoping that the guy's name was Ben. I remember Alex because Alex was like, "Oh, I'm a Dan Patrick guy." I'm like, "Okay, you're worthless to me. Get out of my face." But no, like as Alex and Ben, they were two friends. They were really cool. Had a lot of suggestions. So thank them for
Ben's
coming
real
out.
name is Dave, and he's like, what the?
And everybody else who came out to
Brian.
The,
I had
Dan and Dan
I like that you just said that. I had a guy at church this Sunday that he was like, "Hey, like, how's the show?" Like, because they know I work on the show. They're like, "Hey, how's the show going?" Blah 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 blah. He goes, "Hey, I saw Dan did some things with my guy with Dan Patrick." And I go, "Oh, what do you mean your guy?" He goes, "Oh, like I'm I'm a Dan Patrick guy." And I was like, I don't think I'm going to talk to you anymore after this because I think that fundamentally, like, if you think about people who listen to the LeBatard Show, right? We have a quirkiness to us, like all of us. Like
What?
we're all, yeah, you do. You're kind of weird, believe it or not. You're friends with me. You're kind of weird. Okay.
I don't like
I feel
mayonnaise,
like
so-
Dan Patrick
That is
fans.
weird.
Jeremy, can you agree with me on this? If you're a Dan Patrick fan, like on Sunday morning, you're like, "Hey, did you watch? You're gonna watch Mahomes tonight?" Like that's the time. Like, dude, like I'm not gonna watch that.
Why not?
Because you know how it is. They're like the sports. They're
Like
like
a
no,
normal
keep-
person. We don't like
Shut
normal
up!
people.
Shut up and dribble the ball.
No, I'm not
They're
even saying
shut up and
that.
dribble
I
guys.
wouldn't even say
Wow.
that. I just think that it's like a standard. I want to have a sports conversation with you, and that's it. I want to talk to you about which team's blocking scheme we think
I
is
was
going to
about
win,
to say
even
talk to
though
me.
even though we
Yeah.
don't know how it actually works.
But Lewis is trying to read the Bible over here. This is
You know what I
true.
mean? Like,
Yeah, and he's like, "Hey, talk to me about like you think the offensive line for the Giants this year?" I'm like,
you know,
"Dude,
it's crazy. Matt Patricia's going to be at Ohio State now. You know that 3-4 defense versus
How do-
4-3 defense.
Hey,
and
how do you
I
feel?
really
How do you
appreciate
feel
the
about
differences
Belichick
between
and
the two.
how you feel about
Met North
Belichick? And,
Carolina.
we talk over
That
each
guy's
other.
gonna listen to this and
Yeah, I'm
be
not
like,
sure.
bro, this guy's a punk.
You even beat me up. It's okay.
No, that's too bad.
He's gonna beat you up.
He's
Wait.
calling me a punk.
Yeah.
He's probably me. I don't know.
Let's
He's-
see.
I,
He's bringing
like
me
their whole
something here.
staff is like
Mike
they're like
Fuentes is
older
bringing
men,
something in
right?
here. Let's see.
Why are they beefing with us?
Who?
Are they beefing with us?
Who?
The DPs.
No, it's all love. It is all love.
Yeah, right. Okay. I
Okay.
trust Kirsten,
Okay.
queen of beef.
It is all love.
Okay, so we've got a list of unpopular opinions here that Mike Fuentes has delivered to the entire room. And last week, Lewis was obviously running the ship for Unpopular Opinions. And some people had determined, mostly I think Ethan and Taylor, saying that these were just opinions that Mike Fuentes had that he wants to perpetrate to the rest of the community.
That's true.
Can you defend
I don't
your
think,
honor in
well,
that?
first of all, I don't think perpetrate is the word. I think you want to say perpetuate. And
Whoa.
and
Oh, no.
oh no, am I right? Am I right? Right?
I mean, you're right.
Okay.
There was no
Perpetrator.
reason for you to
I'm
do
not
it.
gonna lie to
You
you,
are a
Mike.
perpetrator.
My wife texted me, and she usually doesn't text me in the middle of my workday, and I got nervous and I looked at it, so I don't know what you said.
You know, it's funny because there are
I used the
certain
wrong word.
Yeah. Now that you mentioned that, there are certain calls that I absolutely hate getting. Like, there was a time period, I want to say 10 years ago, whenever my dad or mom called me, I hated it. Because I was like, which old person died?
Oh,
Like, I hated
You were
that. So,
there?
like, now, well, no, it's
Yeah,
just
that
now
sucks.
that, like you have 3 kids. So if your wife calls you out of a time
Yeah,
that's
you're right
normally,
about
you're
that.
like, shit your pants.
It's
And
either-
Tony's going to get that, too.
It's either like something's wrong with one of my kids,
Yeah.
or like I messed something up, or on the off chance, which is actually it's like a third of the time, it's like a really random like, oh my god, babe, I was just at Vizcaya, and then it's like fill in the blank. It's just
Yeah, but like, that bad news call or text, you dread it. Because you
certain
don't know.
people, yeah.
Because it's not, like, when my parents would call me, not most of the time, not good news.
But that happened to me because my grandmother was on her deathbed, right? And I'm expecting a call any second from my dad. I was still living with him at the time. And it's in the middle of the show. It's in the middle of this show, okay? This is like 2008, 2009 or whatever.
Damn, I was still in high school.
I was 3 years old.
Yeah. So I'm expecting the call. And the call happens, right? So I step out of the studio. In the middle of the show, I step out of the studio and he says, "You forgot to take out the garbage," in like a stern voice. I got so angry that I punched the wall. There was a dent in the wall in the studio. I would say it was still there, but we're not there.
Because
anymore.
you didn't need a call for that. Is what
Yeah,
you're
I
saying.
didn't need a call for that. My grandmother's died.
Exactly.
Was that texting time where he could have texted that to you, or how did that work?
He
Just-
didn't-
0809, we were texting.
He didn't text at the time. He
Yeah.
wasn't a texter.
Well, or just tell me later.
yeah, just tell me. That.
I'm gonna see you when I get home.
Yeah, but sometimes.
0809. I had a razor. I had a razor.
It's funny you say that because one of the unpopular opinions is cell phones with sliding keyboards were abandoned.
Dude, I had a psychic slide, bro, and that was gangster.
Dude, remember the
Too
sidekick hit him with the.
It was so cool.
right.
I never had T-Mobile, so I could never get a song.
Yeah, it was
that's when,
exclusive.
that's when T-Mobile was like amazing.
Yeah,
Now it's-
my first phone ever was a Google phone. I don't even remember what it was called, but it was flat and had a touch screen and then a little like lip that came out like
That
this
was your
with
first
a,
phone?
with a
That can't be
trackball.
true.
No. My first like
I was gonna
touch
say,
phone, keyboard phone.
I was gonna say.
Yeah,
No,
I
my,
was gonna say,
my
wow.
first phone ever was a Nokia with
Nokia.
a ticker,
Yeah.
ticker
That's mine.
case.
I
Yeah.
had
Oh, remember
I
you
had
would
a
buy
Nokia brick.
Remember that you would buy like
The cases,
The
and you switch them out.
cases.
Yeah.
I had the American flag because Aaron Carter had it.
Wow.
Damn, rest in
Hey,
peace.
hey, first off, thank you,
Aaron
Patriot.
Carter.
Thank you for your service.
Hell yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, but dude, I love that phone case.
We all should.
Can I stop everything that we're doing right now? Roy, do you wear this headset every day?
I'm only in like
Days that
twice
he's-
a
days that
week,
he's
but
there.
yes.
Okay, but this is your headset. There's a live wire, and it's shocking my ear. It touches my ear every now and then. Do you go through that?
No, that's just soft
because
therapy we're
I
doing to you
have-
to keep you in line. Yeah.
I have the left side on my ear. The right side is on the back of my
I'm
head.
telling you, I feel it. It's like fourth time it's happened to me. There's
Sit
a-
on it, buddy. You're good. Sit on it.
He just sat on it.
He's sitting on it.
He just,
I like it.
So no, my first smartphone was I think it was called
Smartphone,
I think it was
okay.
called the G2, and it was like a screen and you slide it up and it had that thing, and I loved that, man. That was so much. But I had also gotten so good at like the 3-touch texting, like
Yeah,
to get it.
right,
I
right,
remember I could write full messages, not even looking at my
Not
phone.
even looking. Yes, because it'd be like 3,
Dude,
2, 1.
because of
3,
course we all
3,
text and
1, 3.
drove, which don't do it. It's dangerous. So-
At that point, I was not texting and driving.
Yeah, because you had to like,
'Cause I
hey,
thought
I
like-
love you. It's like 444. 88888888888.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I could drive, not look at my phone, be driving, and text a full message, and
Yes.
then the next light, look, everything's right, send.
Yes.
Pretty gangster.
you proofread at the light.
That's how you
Yeah,
would text. That's how you would text in school.
Yeah, so nobody because you
couldn't
can't
have-
look.
You'd have
Yeah.
to
Just
have
holding
the
it
thing
down.
Other thing.
All right, so Mike, your unpopular opinions. You want to go?
You
first
can,
one?
you can read one if you want.
All right, so the first one you have here is this is actually very deep and philosophical, and I kind of agree with you. A lot of things people consider difficult aren't. They're just time consuming.
Okay, like what's the idea? Like what's the
Like-
thing that you have come to mind?
Okay, when you're a kid, and well, not even. I guess not when you're a
Yard
kid.
work when you're a
Well,
kid.
Yard work is one thing. Well, that's like physically.
That could be difficult.
Yeah,
though.
but like, say I want to go learn the piano now, right? And I'm 40 years old. I don't have a lot of time. It's going to take me much longer to learn that now. That it's going to seem difficult, but it's not really difficult because a lot of it is just like memorizing chords and keystrokes and stuff like that. But because my time situation is so finite,
Limited, right?
But when you're a kid,
It
you're 8
makes it
years
harder.
old.
Yeah.
And also my brain doesn't hold information like it did before. Right?
Not
When
as
you're-
pliable.
Correct. When you're 8 years old, you're going to rifle through everything. You have all the time in the world to learn.
Or
So
everything
now-
that you get from IKEA.
Yeah, that's true because building
actually really
furniture
true.
from IKEA isn't really hard. It just takes a long time.
And you gotta use the Allen wrench as well.
That they give you the little tiny one, and you have to like.
But that's why I
can-
got the Allen wrench with a screwdriver.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right? So then I
Oh,
just
well done.
I
Amazing.
take it
Yes.
out and I put it
Amazing.
in. I match it up. Pop.
Also,
yeah.
Same
no
thing.
words.
And the ratchet.
And no words in the instructions.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
pictures, which I like though. I like the pictures.
No, I mean I like the pictures, but like
I hate when like you have to connect something and then they draw like tiny little lines in
Yeah,
between,
like
and I'm like,
this goes
which
here.
hole is it?
But that's why the pictures. It's like, all right, take the
I know,
left.
but the picture's like 640 by 480 like pixels. It's
I
like
know,
tiny.
but it's like take the left part of this and put it into the right part of that, and you're like, that doesn't fit. I don't know why we're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So you put it on the left side and the left side, and you're like, just don't fall.
yeah.
here's another
Please.
unpopular opinion.
Please don't fall.
Summer is the worst season.
Yeah, especially down here.
It is here.
It is here.
I don't know that that's the case nationwide.
Kirsten, tell him no. Tell him
I
no.
used to agree
Tell 'em no.
until I spent my summer.
In Nueva
Europe.
York.
No,
No?
but in Europe.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, you know what?
As
You
in,
thought
that's a
60
good thing.
degrees was bad in New Orleans. Just think
Tonight I
about the
love
summer.
No, I've heard that the summer in New Orleans, because I had a friend who lived there, and she was like, yeah, there's days where it's 97 degrees and 97% humidity.
So
That's why
that
little-
conference I was going to for those 6 years in New Orleans, it was in the middle of June.
That's
So
terrible.
It's terrible.
That's why Lil Wayne's
but this is
album
all,
was called what? 500 Degrees.
Yeah.
is that what
The Carter
is that really
Three is what I was going there.
Yeah, I thought you were.
No, but I feel like this is all relative to where you live.
Yeah.
Like here, our summers are so brutal. You're like dying for fall. You're like you want the winter really bad. If you lived in Chicago, it's like hell yeah, summer. I'm not freezing every day. So it's really just based on where you live. But I do think the summer is criminally overrated
The summer in Europe is hot as balls
with no AC.
with no AC
Yes.
and no ice.
Oh,
Somebody was
Italy. You're
that
complaining
But it's
about.
nice.
Complain about that.
No, it was me in Italy, and it was hot as balls.
See, you say it's nice because you went on vacation there.
Yes.
And that's another distinction. Like people are like, oh, I love this place. I'm like, yeah, take the transit, deal with the traffic,
Deal with
pay
the
the
sweaty
taxes.
people.
Yeah, exactly. Your rude neighbor. Like that's what you have to deal with before you really say like a place is
That's
better
the funny
than.
thing. People are like, "Oh, America, people are so rude." Hey, people are rude everywhere. Because I had rude people in Europe, rude people in Italy, in Greece, in France. It doesn't matter. People are rude.
There's
we
a
think-
degree of rudeness that we all have to suffer through, and America is pretty high.
Yeah, we do have a high degree, but do we think that summer gets a disproportionate bump up because as children we're indoctrinated to love summer
I like that.
No school.
because of the fact that we don't have school? So we all kind of keep it high on our list, and the further and further we get into life, the more we realize, oh wait,
Yeah.
we're working year round. Maybe summer isn't really the season for us.
And it's just hot.
Yeah.
it's
The other-
just hot outside. Yeah.
The other thing too is like I feel like between February and May, those months are forgettable.
Yeah.
So
Spring?
Spring? Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to baseball.
I think it's because for us, it's temperature wise. Now it's just hot. Like
Yeah, all the time.
it's gotten to the point
There's
now.
gonna be a
We
little
had
cold
our
front, by the way,
we
coming
had
soon.
our month. We had our month where it was nice and cool every day. We'll probably get one more stretch of like a 4-day cold front if we're lucky, and then it's just hot through the rest of the year. So it'll be worse in
What's-
July than it is
We
now.
had a good winter this year though.
What's the
We had a
name of-
great
Great
winter.
winter.
We had a great winter.
How
There
good
were
is
some days.
Phil
There were
to
some
deal
days
with
in
it?
Miami that was like too cold, and I
It was
like, hey, enough.
amazing.
Next week.
But
Enough.
the
Yeah,
idea
next
of
week,
February through May being somewhat forgettable, it's because you're sort of just as a kid, you're counting down toward when summer starts and you actually aren't in school anymore. But it's because it really, I mean, by March it starts to feel like the
The
summer
other-
down
No,
here.
no. Hold on a second. Because the reason why we're programmed to like summer is not only because as kids we had the summers off. The days are longer.
Yeah.
Okay, you get to enjoy more time outside. You get
This is
to
accurate.
more life. Okay, because October to December, whatever,
Shorter
January,
days.
it's pitch black at 4 o'clock in the
Nah,
afternoon, 5
I-
o'clock in the
I
afternoon.
love that, though.
You're
I
driving
kinda
home.
like that
I like
too.
that.
You kind of like that. You're driving home
Yeah,
sometimes from
that's
here,
fine.
and it's pitch black.
I like it
That's fine.
You're a
gloomy
loser,
and
dude. You're a
dark.
loser. You're
Get that,
absolutely a loser.
Whoa,
get
whoa,
that
what?
sun out of my face. It's
No,
too
dude.
hot.
Honestly,
too hot.
yeah, because there's nothing worse than when you're trying to
that
drive and then
sun.
the sun is like right in your
blasting
face
you in the
and you
eyes.
can't see it. So you're like, oh my
You're
god.
okay.
I got cheese legs on. Oh!
You're okay.
Hey, that sun sucks.
Being out in the Keys. It's 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. The sun's still up. You're on the boat. You're hanging out. You're at a bar. You're doing your
That's 'cause
thing.
you're a boat
thank
guy.
you.
You're at a boat, dude.
Thank you for thinking I'm rich and I live in that boat life in the
Sounds
Sounds
Keys.
In
nice.
the Keys. Hold on. You can be in the Keys without having a boat. You can be at the sandbar.
Getting evaporated by mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Oh, just getting destroyed.
Getting railed like Montoya's girl by mosquitoes.
Still kids in the car.
Yeah, I have long sleeve fishing shirts
Sorry.
on.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying. And then it's hot. Ugh. You know what? This guy's right. Summer's worst.
Okay.
Sundays after 6 p.m. are worse than any Monday could ever be.
Yes.
Yeah, Sunday Scaries.
I kind of agree.
Yeah.
You know, I don't get Sunday scaries.
That's
I wonder
crazy.
why. Anthony Claudian? I
Because
wonder
I'm never
why.
scheduled on
When's
Monday.
the last time you were here on a
never
Monday?
scheduled on Mondays.
Stupid. I can't.
That's not my fault, though. I would
Whoop
come
de
in and
freaking
give-
do, man.
I would give them hell on a Monday.
But it's true.
You would. I can't explain how much sense it doesn't make that Tony's not here on Monday. But you know, I digress.
But he's right. If we had normal jobs, we'd probably feel that's correct. Where
like if I was in Severance, yeah, I'd hate Sundays.
or any kind of desk job, because it's like it's true, because the anxiety of an approaching Monday is worse than the Monday being here.
yeah.
If the Monday's just here, then whatever, I'm dealing with it.
What's the worst day of the week? Like what day
Wednesday.
do you?
No, I like Wednesdays. We have Mystery Crate on Wednesdays.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Tuesday's pretty terrible.
Tuesday's
I
tough.
like Tuesdays. I don't know why. I
Tuesday
love-
could be tough because you're getting yourself into the week, but you know there's still so much left, and you could already be stressed out about what happened on Monday. So your Monday could have affected you negatively.
Yeah.
Now you're on Tuesday, but you've got the most amount of time left in the week that you could possibly have that's not Monday.
Yeah, that's what I'm going through right now.
Danny B just had a great point, and for me, I agree with that. Thursdays for me are the worst day.
Why?
You're
Really,
almost
I
there.
like
You're
Thursdays.
Almost there.
I was gonna say
There's a
tomorrow's
certain-
Thursday, dude. I'm hyped.
Okay. Anyway,
That loose wire got to him.
there
The loose wires in my butt. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Irish goodbyes are fine and should be normalized.
Yes.
I like saying bye to my people.
Me too.
I like saying bye to my people.
But like not at a big gathering. Like if there's a lot of people, I don't want to say bye to everybody.
What
But
about
usually I just
family
kind of give you one
gathering?
of these, like a flex.
Yeah, you
Like,
give
Okay.
me.
I kind of give you a flex and then I give you.
You've
a
never.
You know what? I'm gonna try that. I'm just.
Yeah, dude. That would be a power move. Just be like,
Yeah.
You know what? I respect that because you've never done that to me. I'd be up for that.
I do like the finger gun on the way out. Like, guy, they're here. Don't gotta say nothing. You know I'm out of here. It's usually do the combo. It's a finger gun.
yeah.
Salute.
I do the one.
The salute's a goodbye.
I do the one where I kind of get into a spot where a lot of people can see me and I go, yo, I'm out. Hey, I love you guys. I do the kids. And
Yeah,
then everyone's like, oh, he's got kids, dude. He's such a good guy. And I'm like, yeah.
the mask
Kids out of the
goodbye.
house, they're
The
in
mask
college.
goodbye is great. All right,
Yeah,
guys,
mask goodbye.
see ya. Because I mean, even people you don't know, they'll be like, oh, hey, yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
he said bye to me.
that-
That guy
yes.
said bye to me.
He said bye.
Oh man, you know
Nice
that Lewis
guy.
guy. I really liked him. Yeah, he's great.
No,
Hope he gets home
vibe.
safe. Yeah.
Good vibe on that guy.
Yeah, he kept saying railed 100 times, but it was whatever.
He's got a wire.
He's got
PVC.
daughters.
Yeah.
Why are you talking
Railed
like that?
a lot.
What a piece of shit. He sucks.
Yeah, mac and cheese. Yeah.
He did.
If you hear the video, I mean, dude.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I
bro.
understand.
I got, you know,
Linguini,
Lewis, I
yeah,
love
got
you, but I don't really remember that part of the video. Maybe I just wasn't listening that contently.
were you listening
If you
to
look,
mac and cheese
I'll
there,
give you the
bud?
exact video.
You weren't listening that intently, not contently. That
Thank
was
you.
the wrong word.
Idiot.
Pedantic.
How could you mess that up? You stupid idiot.
Jess hit me with one of those the other day, and I was,
All these
I was offended, but I didn't want to say shit.
All these producers in Metal Arc not listening. No, anyways.
Adam Sandler?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, hey, yeah, Adam. That was
I think
that
it was
was
Trump.
Sandler.
Yeah, I think it was Trump.
Let me hit you on this one because I know that this is something that I'm very confused.
I think we've
that you
talked
put
about this.
Pullover
okay,
hoodies.
Okay, first of all, let me reiterate. I did not write these.
Oh, okay, I said that's all I need.
It was Taylor. Taylor wrote it. It was Taylor.
I mosey over
Greg
to
Cody Show with
Reddit.
Greg Cody.
I go to Reddit. I type in Reddit Unpopular Opinions. Right, boom. Their subreddit comes up, and I literally just scroll down.
Dude, but
until I find
don't tell them how the sausage is made. Just let me write with what I gave
It
you.
doesn't matter.
Pullover hoodies suck. Why?
I did not write this. Once again, I'll reiterate. Don't direct this question at me. I did not. I think.
Why?
I think the pullover hoodie is the greatest garment to ever be invented.
I agree
in the
with
history of
that,
mankind.
and I see you wear them all the time. So when I
Yeah.
saw this, I thought it was you.
No,
but
that's
teaching me that.
That's why I had
These
to
are
put
not
it.
Mike's unpopular.
Yes. Once again,
opinions.
let me reiterate. These are not my opinions. They are taking from a website on the internet.
Would you like me to make the argument on behalf of the zipper hoodie instead?
Oh, bro.
I hate zipper.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like it
It's not a
either.
hoodie, it's a jacket.
All right,
Yeah.
so I agree, but I could understand. I'm a fan of the pullover hoodie. I have several. I will wear them here. I love a pullover hoodie. If I were playing devil's advocate on behalf of the show, the pullover hoodie, you could argue, not very pliable for weather if you're someone who lives in Miami. It's cold outside, right? Now you got to take off the whole hoodie, as opposed to if you had a zip hoodie, which is a jacket. I agree. You could unzip, roll up sleeves. Now you're at least in a space where you could get to your car without sweating. But when I wear a hoodie here to work, I got to take that thing off before walking to the car, or else I will be drenched in sweat. So depending on where you're going, that part of the pullover hoodie could be a bit unfortunate for you. I don't even agree with what I'm saying right now,
Wow.
but someone needed to say it.
You know what that's called? That's called logic.
Real quick, Louis, got to get this in. Mystery Crates brought to you by DraftKings. DraftKings crown is yours.
Yes,
Go
it
ahead.
is.
So
I
is
would-
the pullover hoodie.
I put people with zip up hoodies, and I'm wearing a jacket. This is not a zip up hoodie. It's a windbreaker. Not the same.
It is a jacket that has a hood.
Fair.
Yes, there you go.
But you guys know what I'm talking about. We're talking about the cloth with the zip.
Like American Apparel.
That is akin to me to like people who wear thong sandals.
Oh God.
You're in that same category. You feel me?
Okay, I like it. Keep going.
I visualize a man with a zip hoodie over a t-shirt with cargo shorts and thong sandals.
But
That's
you're
how I
also
picture
you're
every
also
person with a
describing
zip hoodie.
you're describing a comfortable David Sampson.
Oh God. No.
Oh wow.
I didn't want to say it.
Tell me I'm wrong. Look at me in the eyes. Am I wrong?
My argument against a zip up hoodie is much more simplistic. I don't like when you zip it up and then you sit down and you get like the hills
This thing.
on your stand. It's like
Oh,
like
yeah.
this.
Yeah,
see,
that is unfortunate.
If you look at, if you look,
The
see,
hills?
but not so bad on Lewis's right now. But you sit like if you get a bad one,
that
it will do
material is
like this.
different, though.
It'll be like camel humps on your stomach.
You end up
Yeah.
looking like Lumpy Space Princess
correct. It's
for
terrible.
sure.
Yeah. That's why. That's why I don't like the.
Princess.
Yeah.
I don't.
Can you name your episode Lumpy Space Princess?
Yes, they will.
Wow. Okay. I've
write
never
that down.
put on thong sandals before.
I've put on thong sandals once in my life, and I'll go, hey, I don't need that sensation in between my toes.
And you know what? Hawaiianas are having a moment. Thong sandals
Yeah,
are
not
having
for
a
me.
moment.
Not for
But
me.
what I
Cloud,
would-
ever.
Sangles.
What I've noticed.
Sangles.
What I've noticed about women and their footwear is you guys will wear anything. Like,
There's
like-
actually the weird shoe theory. Like
Yeah.
you can put on an outfit and then you just put on a shoe that would not normally go with that outfit, makes the outfit. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it
you're
does.
not wrong.
No, and sometimes I see you guys like, oh, we're gonna go walk 4 miles, and the girl will literally, it will be just a piece of plastic with some leather wrapped on it and a thong, and they will walk everywhere and anywhere with it.
What?
Tell me I'm wrong. You guys wear anything, and you'll walk in anything.
Yeah, you
Comfort
people
food.
wear
Dude,
anything.
I feel bad because my wife has like really good style, but I've always said, and Kirsten's as my wife's best friend, she can attest to this. Dania's always been really ahead of the curve stylistically, and to me, I'm a guy, so like to me, I'm like, yo, you just wear like shorts and like spaghetti straps, and I'm in, dude. Like I'm totally, you know me. So Dania one time came in that Amish potato dress. And like she, dude, I'm telling you, it was
She made
like
it herself. It was like a self.
no, she
made her own
This
dress?
one, what? No,
he would
she's
not call
incredibly-
that dress a potato
if
sack.
she made it, it wasn't made. She does make her own clothes, but that one
She's
wasn't.
incredibly talented
great.
with making
She's very
clothes.
good at it. So she bought from. If for the people in the audience, I doubt that any of the people in the audience know who this is. For free people, sells like $300 dresses.
Very, very
expensive. Expensive.
Sangles.
Sangles. She bought a $300 dress. Obviously sanctioned by me.
Special occasion.
I got them. And she put it on, and I was like, "Dude, you look like you're gonna harvest potatoes." You know, like on an on
I'm
Amish
sure
farm.
she didn't like that.
No, she knew because I've done this to her. I'm like, hey, just wear a spaghetti strap, and like some booty shorts. She's like, dude, no, I can't do that. She goes to like a function with other of her girlfriends or whatever.
Oh my
Everybody,
God.
bro, everybody, all those girls were talking to her like if she was like a stylistic genius. And I'm there like, I don't get this, dude. And they're like, oh my God, your dress, where can I buy? Sure enough, it happens all the time. My wife, God bless her soul, she always wears these things, and I'm like, dude, that's crazy. The next week, it's just styling everywhere. She's like, look, I'm ahead of the curve. I don't get it. I would prefer booty shorts and spaghetti straps, but
Fashion is for the female gaze, not the male gaze.
Well,
right.
yeah, that's true. But you gotta get into a
The what?
situation where you combine.
Is that
your-
ZE or what?
Z.
Okay.
You gotta get into.
But also,
you gotta get into a situation where you combine your comfort level and style, because as with most women's fashion, especially shoes and whatnot, the price of beauty is normally pain.
Roy, go on.
That is right.
He's actually right.
Yeah.
Because this is something that happens when you get older too. Like now, when I go buy sneakers, I'm thinking about comfort factor. Like
I know you slipped into a couple of shoes that are a little bit too tight, but you had to wear them because of the sauce.
Well, also like it's just
happened to me before.
you just care more now that you're older. You care about your feet, and like when I was picking shoes for New Orleans, I'm like, all right, I'm going to be on my feet for 13 hours. Like I
So
need
what'd
to.
you pack?
My Asics Kayanos, a pair of New Balances, and then of course I picked a couple Jordans because
Yeah, but you make things rock. Like you rock.
Wow.
Like you do it. You
yeah,
do
he
it.
does.
It just depends. Like
You make things rock.
Put it
My
together.
boy's got the sauce.
I do.
All right, last
Again,
one
aioli.
here. The McChicken is the best chicken sandwich on the market.
False.
It's great.
That's crazy.
I love a McChicken,
but it's not the
that
best.
feels crazy.
Yeah, it's not the best.
I like it.
I
like the McChicken.
honestly. Can I be honest with you guys?
No.
Let's not expound on this. That's a stupid take.
Let's get into this next
That's a
time
very
on Mystery Crate.
Oh my! It's stupid.
Talk about Irish goodbyes.
It's
Stupid.
$2.
Okay,
Okay,
Irish
goodbye.
goodbyes. Okay, goodbye.
No, you don't say goodbye.
Oh well, there you go. You don't say goodbye. Goodbye.